BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft's OneDrive, as many of you would know, comes bundled by default with both Windows 10 and 11. Now, if you are like me and are using OneDrive as part of your backup solution, then I thought that a recent article posted by Bitdefender, if you are using OneDrive, might be of interest, where they have found that Microsoft's OneDrive is basically being used in some cases for cryptojacking purposes. So if we head over to that article, which was posted on the 5th of October, which was yesterday in my region, sideloading OneDrive for profit, cryptojacking campaign detected in the wild. So that means that this vulnerability has already been exploited in the wild. It's a 0-day and it's currently active, which means it's out there and it's happening. Now, if we just take a look at one or two paragraphs here, Bitdefender says this is the case of an active cryptojacking campaign that uses a dynamic library link, that's DLL for short, which is a hijacking vulnerability in OneDrive to achieve persistence and run undetected on infected devices. And they also state here as part of their key findings that between May the 1st to July the 1st, 2022, they detected over 700 instances of the cryptojacker using the DLL sideloading vulnerabilities. Now, they do provide a download link to their research paper, which is quite in-depth and quite long. So what I thought I would do, in case you're interested, and if maybe you are a little bit concerned, is I would just basically give you the summarized version, the long and the short story, and basically just sum this up for you in a nutshell. Now, I will leave a link in the description to this post if you would like further information if you are interested. But basically, in a nutshell, the bad guys, the hackers and attackers, so to speak, are using a malicious file, which is a fake file called secure32.dll. Now, what they are doing is they are placing this and saving this inside the local app data Microsoft OneDrive folder, which is a hidden folder on Windows. And basically, when it's placed in that folder, it then becomes part of the OneDrive processes. So when you launch OneDrive, this vulnerability, this fake file, this malicious file is then used to download mining software on some Windows PCs. Now, Bitdefender also notes that currently this attack is limited to cryptocurrency mining, and the attackers have options to switch to other malicious attacks that can include ransomware or spyware, so they can spy on you. So it's not just limited to cryptocurrency mining. It could lead to ransomware and spyware attacks. Now, and the good news is this, is that if you are using your common sense when it comes to browsing online and using your operating system, then this shouldn't be affecting you if you are using OneDrive. And the chances are very slim if you are just using good computing practices. Now, because first of all, that malicious file, that malware file, has to actually get onto your system in the first place, and it then has to be placed in your OneDrive folder as mentioned. So if we just head back to that article by Bitdefender, yeah, they give us recommendations. Bitdefender recommends OneDrive users to ensure their security solution and operating systems are up to date. Now, as I always suggest on this channel, is when it comes to your web browser, always make sure it's up to date, because it is your first line of defense, even before your antivirus or your anti-malware product on your computer. So always make sure your web browser is up to date first of all, and then make sure your antivirus or anti-malware product and solution is up to date, and then of course make sure your Windows operating system is up to date with all the latest updates and cumulative updates and security updates. And that's just common sense when you are using a Windows operating system. And then they also mention here, which I do agree with, avoid cracked software and only download applications from trusted sources, which is good advice. So if you are using your common sense and are basically in the habit of in the habit of good computing practices, then this shouldn't really affect you. But if you are interested, or maybe just a little bit concerned, then to find out if this fake malicious DLL file has been installed on your system, it's very easy to do. Now, to do this, we need to head over to that hidden OneDrive folder, and we just head to the File Explorer, head over to your C drive, or the drive your operating system is installed on. Now, yeah, if you haven't already, just show your hidden folders and items, and you need to head to the users folder and just obviously OK through and click on any user account control warnings if they do show up. Double click on the users folder, double click on your user folder, and then head to app data, which as mentioned is a hidden folder. And here you double click on local, look for Microsoft and OneDrive, and here's the folder they are referring to. And all you need to do is just look to see if that fake secure32.dll file is listed in this folder. And as you can see in my case, it is not. So that's just a safety net, and you can just double check that that folder doesn't contain any file called secure32.dll, and then you should be good to go. But just nonetheless, thought that was interesting and just wanted to keep you posted in case you are using OneDrive. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.